wanna get personal. We just building. It's my season, lay foundation. Make a name for generations, please, and make a. Then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working. Soaking the moments you live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby,
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in today to Grown Dating Talk. I'm your host, Alana V.
And I'm Tyler the Supervillain.
Oh my God, man. I'm so, what the hell is up with guys? What the hell is going up with guys? Like romance. It just doesn't exist. They want to spend all this time texting you, want to call you on the phone here and there.
Romance doesn't exist. First of all, a lot of y'all think y'all dudes anyway. So y'all don't be wanting to be romanced. Like, a lot of y'all prefer like, take like an eighth and like a bottle over some flowers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of y'all don't want to be romanced.
No,
a lot of y'all be tomboys. Y'all don't be want to be romanced.
Tomboy.
Y'all kill romance.
Look, guys don't hold the door anymore.
I'm sitting next to a tomboy.
What? You're bugging. No, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Everybody who's watching the show knows you and know that you're a tomboy.
In what way? That's bull. That's
Every
bull.
way.
He's lying. He's lying. He's lying.
You almost did a front tuck to get past me over here instead of just letting me pull the chair in. You see? That wasn't even romance. That was just me being nice, me being a gentleman, and move my chair. Nah, she's ready to front flip over here just to get over here.
I was like, oh, I got it.
I got it.
I got it. I didn't know. In my defense, I did not know that he was going to pull the chair out of my way. I was just walking
She
by.
knew
I
that.
was like, I got it. Like, you know.
She knew that.
I've heard that before. You know, when
And men do hold open doors, and some women don't even like that. I've had a woman tell me, I don't need you to hold the door open. I can open my own doors. I'm like, fine, I won't hold the door open for you then.
I've heard women say that ridiculousness. Oh, I don't need a man to open the door. I can open the door myself. Why should I wait for him when I'm already there?
Yeah,
No.
taking it somewhere else. Like, I can't just be nice.
I consider it a good show and display of morals to me, to just open the door for a woman. And for me, that's something that's very manly. I look to that.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy doesn't open like doors for me, if he doesn't open car doors, then he's not getting, you're not getting far with me. And I hear some people say, well, you have to show a man and teach a man how to love you. I'm not a boyfriend trainer. That's not what I'm here to do. I don't boyfriend train.
Not at this leg.
I'm not 20.
A life.
I'm dating for the purpose of getting married. I want a husband.
Have your shit together.
Have your shit together. Know how to open a mother effing door. A car door, the restaurant door, fellas. Open the door.
Some dudes, they haven't been taught that either. They didn't have a male figure, or they haven't seen it happening to their mom or something like that. So they just sometimes just don't know. You know what I mean? My grandmother, God rest her soul, she's the one that taught me that. You know what I mean? It didn't even come from my father. It came from my grandmother that taught me that.
My condolences.
Yeah, you know.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's something that's really important. Like, there are people who grew up in households and they haven't seen that. It wasn't modeled for them. They didn't have parents who went out on dates.
Mm-hmm.
They grew up in a single parent household and no one came and took their mother or father out. Their mom did the work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a solo parent.
Right.
I ran a single parent household for a number of years. You know, I did the work. I was the woman and the man. And that's another reason why when some people go, oh, you're a tomboy, I am. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I can't help it. But I'm also strong and independent. And it comes from years of being in my masculine and my feminine, you know, having to be the man and the woman for myself, for my children, you know.
Well, how exactly were you the man? You weren't playing both roles. You just did what you were supposed to do as a woman. You weren't both roles.
Yeah.
Women be saying that, oh, I got to be the mother and the father. You're not the father. You don't have a day's experience in your life on how to be a man.
You're right. Okay, so let me back that up. Okay, I'll back it up. As Stylo would say. He's like, yeah, I love the little skirt. So, okay. So let me back that up. In no way, shape, or form can I as a woman take the place of a man. I cannot be a father to a daughter. I can't be a father to sons. I can only be a mother, and I can only pour into them as their mother. So
But you leveled the hell up. You did what you were supposed to do. You ran the household by yourself.
Yes, I ran that household. I paid the bills. I paid parochial school tuition. I made sure children had clothing on their back and food in their mouth. And and no matter what, I don't care if you need a counseling session. Yeah. I'm taking care of it. Right. You know, it's getting done. And that's one thing that's really important. When you are the breadwinner and the head of the household, you know, sometimes it's hard to, because you've been doing it all. It's hard to sit back and allow someone to do it for you. Exactly. That's it. It hit it right on the head. And I think those are things that I'm experiencing now, because that's the uncomfortable part of maturely dating. When you actually sit back and allow a man to do something for me when I've been doing it for myself for so long. But
you let him do it because it's not like you can't do it.
Oh, exactly. Definitely. It's not like, you know, because I can. Yeah. But learning how to let go and be like, okay, this is, thank you.
Learn to let go.
Thank you for that. Wow. Like, that's nice.
Let's say we're dropping gems.
But then, you know, when you cross paths with a man who does not do that, and you know that this is what I want and this is what I deserve, this is what I want for myself, this is what I deserve, this is the type of romance I want to have in my life, this is my love language now. Even if it wasn't your love language before, this is my love language now.
Right.
If a man is stepping in and you can't speak that love language, I'm not interested. If you can learn that love language and there are other characteristics about you that are suitable and align with me and make us compatible and we have that deep connection, then by all means, I will be patient with you as you learn my love language. But if that's not your love language and you're not getting on the same page to learn that, then we're not compatible. And I think you are a really nice guy. However,
gave him his
there's somebody else out there for you, just not me.
Gave him his walking papers.
You know what I mean? This is not a good fit. It's not feeling well for me.
No.
You know, and then that goes back to that point of romance. But like you said, women have to make themselves open and available. And I also think that it's a reciprocity thing too, simply because I feel that there are a lot of women that say, because I'm going to do devil's advocate here, ladies, because this is grown discussions and we are talking about maturely dating. Now, women want men to romance them, but in what ways are you romancing him?
Boom.
Let's be honest here. You know, I'm the type of person and I'm the type of woman that I'm going to go out and do things for my man and create romance within our relationship. That's why it's important to me that I scout out and pick the best prospective partner for me, because I know what I bring to the table. I'm not just a mom with kids who has college and graduate school degrees and investment portfolio and running small businesses. No, I am also a person who there are expectations that I have in there.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it goes, when you started talking about the subject, all I heard in my head was, why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do that?
Yeah, it's like a guy has to do this and guys do, no. Wait, look at the other things that a guy can do, but as a woman in the relationship, I'm the type of woman, if I'm out and about and I see something that's nice, a shirt, pair of pants, whatever it is, a suit, I don't care. Some cologne that smells good. I'm thinking about my man. I want that from my man. I'm going to pick that up. It doesn't have to be his birthday or a holiday. I'm picking that up. Random gifting. Just because I love you. Just because I thought about you today and I want to smell this on you. I want to see this on you. You know, it's romance. Yeah. I want to romance you. I want to run him a hot bath. So when he comes home from work, there's, babe, take a shower first. Scrub it off, exfoliate, all that, the day off, and then soak in the tub. I want to make him a hot meal. I want to make love to him and set his mind at ease at the end of the day. It's not just about me. A relationship is a partnership. I want to do things equally for him. If he just needs a day to go golfing with the fellas, I want to give him his time and his distance that he needs. So this way, absence makes the heart grow fond when we come back around. Romance is not just throwing your legs open and saying, hey, here you go. This, I gave you my organ. I shared my organ with you. And now,
my organ.
you my organ.
I shared my organ.
I shared my temple of a body, because I say that in a second. I know he's laughing, but I'm always like, my body is a temple, man. These men will not be out here trying to defile my temple and control me and tell me what to do. My body is a temple. And women say it. We scream it from the mountaintops. Hell, we'll yell it from the balcony. And the fire
some of y'all
escape
temples be getting ran through, though.
I don't give a damn.
Some of y'all temples be getting ran through. Like, some of y'all tend to be the temple collapses.
Exactly. And you can't do that. You have to develop esteem of self. Cat Williams said it. Have some esteem of motherfucking self, ladies. Okay? When you have self-esteem, you do not allow those things to happen to you, you know? But it brings me back to the point that when it comes for romance, women have to be able to give it just as much as they want it from men too, because when we're maturely dating and looking at this from a grown perspective, it's two people that count.
Fellas got to realize though that, you know, you got to put in work to get your woman to do that. You know what I mean? Because like I think we talked about in another episode, like it'd be these, you know, dudes who don't do anything or require the most. And it's like, now you got to make sure they want to do these things for you.
And showing up, laying the dick down, thinking that now all of a sudden you have to cook a meal.
Well, hold up. Sometimes that work too. Sometimes that works too. Sometimes you knock that bottom out. You getting a plate. You getting your back rubbed. You getting all that. $40. No, I'm stop.
I'm $40. Oh wow!
Like, listen,
what is going on out here
with some women? If you pipe it the right way, you get all the relationship benefits.
Wow. I believe that. You
done unlocked it.
I believe that. There are men out here like that too.
They're professional fuckers.
Women out here who will professionally fuck it and tear it down too, and men will get strung up out on it. There are men who will stay single and not go into a relationship because this woman is blowing his mind. But she tells him that she's not looking for anything serious right now, but that she sees potential in him. I see that things can work with me and you. I really see myself being with you. But there's just some things that I got to work on with me right now.
Drinking the Kool-Aid, meanwhile.
But if you give me some time, baby, to fix what's going on with me, then you're right there. I'm going to pick you.
Then she
and pacify him and give him some, put it on him.
She's sending him trips. He's sending her money.
Love bomb him, fake romance him, get him some things, and then just sit him right there. Man. You know, and she doesn't want him. She has no intentions of being with him whatsoever. And mind you, she's not using him for anything. Key in on this, fellas.
Yes, she is.
Because, no, what I'm saying, she's not using him, like she's not using him for his money in that essence. She's not being a sugar mama. She's getting the sex that she wants, and she's giving him the sex that he wants, but she's withholding the end result of what he wants.
She friend zoned. I can't really call it friend zone.
No,
she wanted like the friends with benefits.
Yeah, the friends with benefits. She done wound it up in there, and now he's lost and he's dazed and he's in a fog.
He got whipped. That's why.
He got whipped. And the thing is, men have been doing this for so long that women learned the game, started to perfect it and polish it some.
Women been doing this. Men learned it from women.
Papa was a Rolling Stone, and now Mom's coming in a wall-carved diamond.
All this shit started with Eve's ass, and now we got all this. We learned from y'all.
No. See, this is the thing. I'm glad that Silas said this.
I refuse.
Because men keep saying that women are responsible because we bit the apple.
Yeah,
men are liars. If we bit the apple, why is the apple still in their lying ass necks?
God put that there. He created women. He smoothed it out.
You know what it is?
It's y'all fault.
I think it has to do with men being scared to be vulnerable. That's what I think it has to do. Not all men. But let's keep it real. There are people out there, women and men too, maturely
I ain't gonna front. I ain't trying to be vulnerable like that. That's not a side I want to show nobody.
Men will lay the dick down.
All that.
Tear it out the frame.
Stand
take you
up
out
looking
to
like
restaurants.
a champion. Like,
hug you up. I love you, girl.
All that.
Love bomb you. You're my woman. They'll tell you, ladies, these men will tell you whatever it is they need to tell you to get you to take yourself off of the availability belt. That's the truth of the matter. He's not going to give you the relationship. Some of these men, okay? Some of these men are not going to give you the relationship. They're going to tell you and create this illusion and stuff. They're going to tell you and love bomb you and tell you things that they think you want to hear, that they know you want to hear, to get you to take yourself off of that belt. And all the while, this man he knows that he has no intention whatsoever of developing a deeper connection with you because he doesn't want to be vulnerable. He wants to have sex. He wants to enjoy
Let's be friends.
being with you and spending time with you and doing things with you. He wants to enjoy getting to know your friends and family, quite possibly, because some of them probably wouldn't care worth a damn. You know, he wants to
If
enjoy.
I just want to have sex, I don't want to meet your family. I don't even want to meet your kids.
There are some men out there that like that, but then there are some men that they want to meet your kids, they want to do all that, but again, they don't want to be vulnerable. I want to enjoy all of these things, the surface level stuff in their perspective is surface level. But now, if you even scratch or try to scratch below the surface, that man shuts down. He doesn't want to be vulnerable. It's like it's a honeymoon thing. They enjoy the honeymoon part, and they're women too. And then when it's time to actually invest and put in work, no, can't go there. That's too much. Lust? Is it lust? Is it lust that's not allowing the development of love?
I don't know.
Even
lust. Like, it's just, like you say, we don't want to be vulnerable. Like, that's a side that we just do not want to show. We're at maybe not the lowest, but we're in a place where it's just like we're just trying to figure it out. But that's most men. Well, in my experience, I'm so used to dealing with things by myself that when I do meet someone who I can be vulnerable with, I'm still on some like, I don't know. I'm not ready yet to get vulnerable. Yeah.
You got it. I can understand that, well, you know me for 25 years. So, he'll tell you, I'm very guarded. I've been through so much stuff in life and trauma at the hands of men in general that in order for me to be vulnerable, I need to know that this person is solid. And when you step to the table, I need to know that what you're telling me about yourself, that actually checks out and adds up, because I'm a mom. And if things don't check out and don't add up and you don't do things right with me, that may spill over to my children. I'm not having that. So my vulnerability directly impacts my children. Life's taught me in many hard ways, in scary ways. I won't allow that. And you have men and women out there who are like that. They've been through a lot and then they're guarded and they put their guards up. And it's not an optional vulnerability thing. It's an actual survival response, and then some people say, well, that determines if the person that's meant for you is really meant for you or not. And I don't know about that, because some people do not want to fight this battle of all your insecurities and traumas and stuff and all these bridges to get over to you, You have to want to open up and be vulnerable. You have to heal yourself, do whatever work it is, and want to make yourself vulnerable in order to enjoy romance and love.
Yeah, back to the vulnerability. Like, there's, you can't be vulnerable with everyone, though. You know what I mean? You have to know that, because there's some people who you'll open all the way up and you'll be vulnerable and you'll just let them in. And as soon as I get into an argument, they take it, flip it, throw it right back in your face. Now it's like, yo, I will never go there with you again. Men or women, like, people are just toxic. They'll take some shit and really just throw it in your face.
Take something that you said, throw it in your face, hurt you, cause you to shut down. And that's so painful, because you took the time to be vulnerable and tell them your deepest, darkest secrets and expect for them to be there to support you and stand by you. And even if you didn't tell them, if you didn't have deep, dark secrets, you provided them with a level of support, love, and care.
Right.
You were there for them, and you looked to them to be there for you, and they're not, because they weren't, the truth is, they weren't as invested as you. And for whatever reason, it wasn't recognized in the beginning.
Right.
And when you don't identify that this person is not emotionally available, it directly impacts your ability to share love, to receive love, to have love reciprocated. It's a dead-end street. That I think like that right there hit the nail on the head. And I also want to talk about really quickly this idea of like love versus in love. The difference between the two.
Yeah, some people don't know the difference.
No, some people do not know the difference. They think they're in love. They think they've loved someone, and really they're in love. They're in this honeymoon, infatuated stage that I feel when you're in love, it's infused by lust. And lust doesn't always have to be something sexual, like, oh, I want to sleep with her. Lust can be, I like I do, because when I look at lust, I look at, you know, you can like the way someone's lips look when they're wet. Doesn't mean that you necessarily want to envision where they're going to go. Some people will take it past that point. Just the fact that these lips look like this and they're wet, like that is attractive. You know, there are certain things about a person's smile. Like, wow, that she looks so beautiful.
It's the eyes
that
for me.
smile, the eyes, her legs, the way her body is, you know. For men, his chest, his broad shoulder. For women too, we like the butt. We do like men's butts. We have a nice little bubbly butt. Like, oh my God, I wish I had one.
Stop touching them.
So, trying to touch and poke it.
Yeah,
you know.
See,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, lust is not always involved with the actual act of sex or the idea of leading to sex, but things that are physically and aesthetically appeasing too, because if I'm not having a thought on sex right after that, she looks gorgeous, her face is nice. I'm not envisioning her naked, but I'm still lusting after her too. You know, I can still lust after him without envisioning his body part and the next part of that act. I'm still lusting after him, you know, and that part does create part of being in love. Liking this, what I'm doing with this person when we're going and having fun. It's like enjoying all the highs.
That's more like infatuation to me though.
That's kind of what I look at in love as, like that infatuation stage of the relationship. And love is what happens beyond that infatuation. Once that infatuation part dies down, that honeymoon phase, love is putting in the work to continue.
I feel like it's the
from
opposite.
That point forward.
I feel like it's the opposite for me. It would be like,
this is going to be a great discussion,
right? To fall in love with someone, like, because you can love someone. Yes. And then falling in love with them, for me, that's the top tier. That's what happens after the infatuation, after the honeymoon stage. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you can like, all right, like, you know, I'm seeing somebody right now. I love her, right? But I'm not in love with her. There's certain shit that I will do for her when I'm in love with her that I'm not going to do because I love her. Like, you know, I love you. I don't want you to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't hurt yourself. But in love, that's, now I'm, you know,
now let's have kids. My body
like,
I
want to change the last name.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? That's in love to me. Well, that's just what it looks like to me.
Okay. And that's one of the points that I want to make, how the definition of that is like, it changes. It means different depending on the gender. Some people will say, well, it means different. It's a different meaning for these two words depending on a person's mentality. And I take the stance that no, it's a gender thing, because women look at in love as that whole infatuation thing. Like, I'm in love with him. Yeah, I'm going to make those sacrifices and stuff too. But we see making those sacrifices as part of we love you, because I'm not making sacrifices for a man that I don't love. If I love you now and you had a issue with your car and it's going to cost you $1,900 or even $19,000, if I love you, I'm going to help you with that if you need my help. I'm going
but if you're in love with them, you're not going to.
If I'm in love, no, because I'm just infatuated with you. That doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to step forward and do that. I'm in love with you. I like your smile. I like all of these things. If I love you, that to me, now I want to sacrifice for you. When I'm in love with you, that's the honeymoon stage and phase. I can be in love with somebody I love. Because in love, to me, comes and goes. You know, people say love comes and goes. No, I'm always going to love you. I'm not always going to like you. I'm not always going to be in love with you, but I'm always going to love you unless you do something really heinous, like you murder my parents or some crap like that. Then hell no. I'm just like, I have a sick sense of humor.
I'm like, hey, you took it there? Like,
yeah.
Well, I'm sure there was some other levels before the murdering of the parents.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
there's some other things that he could have done.
Damn straight, if you're doing shits on my car tire, it's over. It's over. I don't love you anymore. No, I'm joking. No, I'm really not. Whoa. But anyway.
Don't get it fucked up.
Like, damn straight.
Keep your dog in check.
But yeah, so I just think that those things are different, because if I love you, I'm willing to make sacrifices for you that I'm not necessarily going to make just because I'm in love with you. I can be infatuated with you. You look good. You drive a nice car. You smell good. Okay, that's all good and well, but I'm not vested in that. When I'm vested in you, when I love you, now I'm going to sacrifice for you. If you go away and work carries you away for a year, I'm going to be faithful to you because I love you. It's a deeper level and a deeper connection.
That's interesting.
That in no way am I trying to override the next person's definition and
No.
understanding
That's just an interesting take on it.
You know, but I just see it differently. And I think that when it comes to women and men, we see the genders see those things different. And a lot of times women say that men date out of being in love. Men date out of lust, looking for wifey, but out of this lust, this infatuation mentality. And when you try to approach dating like that,
I would hope that men of our age now
issues.
aren't out here dating like that or thinking like that.
Because that's not mature. That's not the mature way. When you date and you decide that you're going to choose someone, it should be a partner that is, again, stable, able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, because if you got a fat ass and you ain't shit, I can't do nothing with you.
Fat ass, good female organ. You know,
More
those
life
things.
Than that. Everybody got a pussy.
Rock hard abs, a great body, big breasts.
No, I don't need
that
rock
stuff
hard
doesn't
abs.
guarantee a good
fluffy.
future. That doesn't guarantee that you're going to be able to fluffy. Oh
yeah,
my
like
God.
a fluffy.
You like it thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah, come to me with rock hard abs. I don't think you want to fight. Like, you want to square up?
No, it'd be toned, fit, athletic. So
And
all of
you'll
us don't have to
find-
be, you know, it's nothing wrong with the thick girls. You know,
Shut up,
I have to believe that beauty
I'm on
exists
this
in all
way.
shapes, sizes, colors, and shades, you know. But ain't nothing wrong with a slim society. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with them.
Yeah. But yeah, getting back to that point, that I just think that it's the dichotomy of the two different genders, and more so the way people look at it from a different perspective. I think we're saying the same thing. We just look at it, we see the words differently from different perspectives. Kind of like that 6'9" perspective. When I'm looking at the number from my perspective.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the rapper. I was like,
oh, no. Don't even want to touch on that. So,
Right.
no shade.
I got scared.
I'm just saying that from my perspective, it can look like a 6. And from your perspective, it looks like a 9. And we're both accurate. It's not so much about looking around to see if there are other addresses and things on. It's just the fact. And that's going to segue us for next week's episode when we talk about
crazy bitches. Nah,
dating deadbeat parents. When you meet a deadbeat parent, so not even don't date them at all. But that would be our topic for next week.
Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for joining us yet again. Once again, I'm Silent the Supervillain,
and I'm Alana V.
And we'll see you next week
for Grown Dating Talk. Take care, guys.
For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. H6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ballin' age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the. On record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with the moves elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing. So I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting the bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, buck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, we'll get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.